welcome back to Starseeds and Soul Fractals. I first published this as like an affirmation deck, but it actually like has so much more in it than just affirmations. It has all kinds of interesting kind of mental concepts to reframe things in our mind. The sort of topics and ideas that are in this deck have to do with, for example, shadow work, emotional, and sort of the highly sensitive person type of thing, divinity, different kinds of things. And I will do a flip through, of course, in a bit about just to show you a little bit of the cards. And I have put these in these little pouches, and there's also like a print on demand version, which will come in a talk box, but that is most likely much quicker for you to receive. And I actually, at the time of filming this, there's one copy, and it's this one. I am ready to ship. For a while, I actually didn't feel like selling this deck because I felt like I was so like on a different part of my path already. And there was also one card that I did decide to change. Yeah, I think I will show it also from my own personal copy. I'm gonna show you the card that I ended up changing because I just didn't really feel like I align with that statement anymore. The basic idea of this deck anyway is to help you think about things a little bit differently. So it is mostly focused around your mental levels to help you kind of attune to a different frequency. Here's first of all, this is the card that I changed. And what I ended up, I wrote in here, as you can, read, the easier it gets, the easier it falls. And I just don't agree with that anymore. I don't really resonate with that. Basically, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. But and I also had this kind of a thought that, if it's always easy, then that means that, it's going to be easier to kind of fall, and it's going to be it means you're not as strong and you don't have that staying power. I don't really agree with that anymore. Like, I guess on some kind of a level, nervous system resilience is about, being able to have your nervous system take a lot more pressure, if that makes sense. But there's also this part where I find that this just isn't always true, it just isn't always a need to be having a constantly hard life. We don't need to have constant, turmoil coming our way. That's just something that I wanted to kind of make sure that I put out there because yeah, actually, if things are constantly hard, our nervous system may not get that break, actually. Therefore, I decided to, okay, because there's so many more sides to that mentality, and because things could be a lot easier for a lot of people, and in different situations and whatnot, um, and things could be made easier. That's another thing. Sometimes we make things way too hard for ourselves. Sometimes we don't really allow ourselves that kind of ease in life. Yeah, I did decide to change that card, and I will keep selling this deck now. First of all, two art cards that also say about me, a little bit about me and how to use these cards. And that's the backs of it. There's my freaking eye there. Yeah, it's my eye. So you can look directly into my freaking soul if you want to. That was actually taken many years ago. I could take a new one, make a different art. Who knows? Maybe that will be a thing that happens. Who knows? Anyway, that's the back. It's sort of this orangey, these abstract designs with a couple of programs actually, and I still use them in my graphic design work, and use them in a lot of my arts. So they are called, I will just tell you the programs are. Lab. So it allows you to make mirror images and also this really cool, you will see like these kaleidoscope, and you can, you know, modify and manipulate any image with a lot of different tools that are in those apps. Then there's also like PixArt. It's an app where you can also, you know, do different photo manipulations, different edits to pictures. And I use that to kind of layer the image. And then there's of course Canva that helps me to put the text in this. This deck, it's available print on demand. And then there's this one copy that I've got available right now for one person, because I literally just have this one extra copy that came from those pre-orders, because sometimes I buy more than one at a time. And so if there's anything that's left over, then you'll be able to grab one. And I don't know how long I will be doing this where I'm shipping things from my home. It probably won't be happening forever because I want to eventually move abroad. So whenever that gets to happen, then that is going to, you know, of course, affect how I'm going to be able to ship things. And especially if I'm going to be like moving a lot in destinations and stuff. And if I'm going to like be traveling a lot, then yeah, of course, that's going to make things a bit different. But for now, I think I will be still selling these, and you can go and check that out. Like, yeah, of course, all of this will be available print on demand, so that you can buy it directly from the printer when that time comes. Check this out. It is really good for someone who's at that level where they're trying to learn new ways to think about things, where they're sort of wanting to do some healing. This is a healing deck. That's like one thing. Of course, there's you know, different things in here that they are more so about that expansive side of spirituality. So yeah, this will definitely help you open up your mind a little bit, sort of attune and heighten your mental levels, and sort of find that ease in your emotional levels. So some of these quotes are also about like, I mean, quotes from me, of course, but yeah, they're about you know, divinity. And then there's like really quantum things, and there's some inner child stuff. So there's like a lot of different things in this deck. They all come together really well, if I may say so myself. There's another deck that I'm working on. It will not be in the same shape, but it will kind of, you know, have some different activations and just that beautiful digital art that I have made, and it will be very pretty. When I published this in 2020, that was a different frequency. 2023, Alvia, yeah, uh, on testosterone and everything, you know, everything has been changing and is constantly changing, and very much am enjoying that process, actually. So yeah, my whole perspective on things has shifted. So that will definitely be more focused on like the spiritual side of things, dimensional things, and it will be more like activations. So it can just be something like there can be a word or that just one word that creates that activation and sort of brings about that divine perspective and divine essence of that word, sort of like a recalibration or reprogramming way, but it will be very different. It will be more energetic. Um, but yeah, I can guarantee that it's going to be beautiful and powerful. So stay tuned for that.